Nedavno je otvorena fenomenalna izložba Apartman. Ovo je već 4. po redu. Mi smo bili na sjajnom otvaranju i družili se sa dvoje fenomenalnih umjetnika iz Austrije. Oni su učestvovali na projektu Apartman i boravili su neko vrijeme u Bosni i Hercegovini, tačnije u Banja Luci.
We founded Studio Asynchrome 2013 in Graz, and we see ourselves on the border between art and architecture and we see Studio Asynchrome as a transdisciplinary experiment. And we both studied architecture and art, and we try to connect these both fields in all our projects.
We doesn't separate in our minds art and architecture, or we call ourselves not like we're on one or the other side. We want to work together and overlay borders and test out transgressions and want to test out limits, and therefore we decide for every project which we want to focus.
And it was really interesting how, for example, Banja Luka works and how the people think, how the people will talk a lot to the people on the streets. We visit a lot around the corners of the streets of the city, and therefore it's really interesting for us how to become an inside view of the city and its potentials.
And it depends on the areas, because as Michael said, every area has its own specific topics and its own specific site and own specific people also, they live in this area. So it's every time a new challenge, and this is, we love this kind of surprises, to put ourselves in the position to get surprised by a city we're living in. Then.
The contemporary art scene here, especially we can say for Banja Luka, is really interesting because it's a smaller scene, but they have a lot of potential. There are a lot of good people here, and we have the feeling that they are all in some way connected to each other and help each other, and therefore the art scene is really interesting and has a lot of potentials.
And we notice a lot of fresh energy that starts growing and starts outgoing also in art scene, and using contemporary art to point out present topics, and put them in urban discussion in occupying space, because we notice this lack of space for art scene. And I think that's a big potential here to continue this way and step further, and also occupy more spaces for art in connection to the city for the steps for the future.
We think that we're really happy that the Apartman project invited us, because it's a young group of really energetic people who are connected to each other, and we feel this energy in this project, and we think this is a really great idea of bringing art to different levels of different people in different areas of the city, and
also the concept of surprising, because of popping up as a situation that is not usual to the surrounded people who live there in these apartments and offer it, and then take over another space and go forward. And this is a very interesting point, because I think that nowadays it's necessary to work on ongoing processes and to work with the whole city, and therefore especially contemporary art has a bigger potential.
Keep on going, sharing ideas together, being in these, never give up, being in this process of art development, trying to go further, try to level up in a way of, yeah, how you say, going abroad maybe, and coming back to develop the scene here, because there is a lot of potential in Bosnia.